Okay, hello everybody. Today I have my Honda NC750x and I'm going to do a large loop today around open roads, mountain roads and around a dam. It's a nice day today. It's going to be about 34 or 35 degrees. So hopefully in the forest roads it'll be a lot cooler. So I've had this Honda now for 2 years and I bought it as a touring bike. It's been fantastic actually. The fuel economy is really good. I usually get about 33 to 35 kilometers to 1 litre of fuel. And I used to use it as my commuting bike to go to work every day, but it was still too costly to do that, so that's why I got the Super Soco as my new commuter bike. But yeah, this is good. It's the DCT model, so there's no clutch, it's an automatic transmission, but it's a dual clutch transmission, so that's the sort of transmission that you get on Porsches, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Audis. All the new sports cars have dual clutch transmissions, so it's quite an interesting design. It has 2 clutches, but one's always spinning and it's already set up to go into gear, into the next gear, whether it's up or down, shifting. So the response is really good. And people ask me, oh, is it like a scooter? And I say, no, that's a CVT transmission. This is more like a modern Triumph or Ducati with a quick shifter, where you have an up-down quick shift. So it shifts up automatically and shifts down, and the faster you shift down, or the faster you decelerate, it shifts down quickly, and the opposite when you're accelerating as well. So it's actually really good. You do have a choice. There is a manual mode and you can manually change the gears, but I very seldom do that because it gives me less things to think about. On my Yamaha, when I'm touring, you're often coming up to corners and you're thinking about gearing down, changing up, that sort of thing. So for touring, that's not really good because it takes your mind away from the actual scenery. But in this bike, it does it for you, so it's one less thing your brain's thinking about. So you're just going to apply your braking around a corner, like I am here now, going around this hairpin. And then I can just focus on the scenery and looking out for cars or looking out for bumps in the road, and I'm not really worried about what gear the bike's in, so it's quite good. This week in Japan, it's called Obon, which is a ceremony to remember people who have passed away, and it's a national vacation. So usually most 90% of Japanese people are on holidays this week, and it gives them a chance to go and see their relatives that they normally don't see during the year because of their busy schedule. Today I suspect that there'll be a lot of people around, especially around the rivers, swimming with their families. It's a Sunday today, so the roads will be busier today than usually when I do my vlogging. It's funny to say this, but the Super Soco, the small little bike, and this one are very similar in some ways. The main difference is that the brake is the rear brake's down at the foot peg, whereas on the Super Soco it's up on the left hand side on the handlebar. But it's very similar feeling. This does have engine braking, of course, having a big motor. The engine braking is excellent for around these corners, going down a hill around a bend. The engine braking works very well. Gravel right in the middle there, just have to be careful of that. Here we go. So during today's ride, we'll be going through little roads like this, plus open road areas as well, and then we'll go over the top of a dam wall in the middle of a place called Tenryu, and it's a larger town, very large town. So this ride will take us everywhere today. start of our trip. This is the detour road. Car coming. Just running parallel to a river now, so it's really cool at the moment. Very nice temperature. The Honda itself, I haven't really changed anything. I haven't modified it at all. I did buy the optional larger windscreen, which is the one that's on at the moment. What else have I done? That's all. I put a carry rack on the back, so I have a top case. I haven't got it on today, but I can put a top case on if I'm going touring. But everything's stock standard. The tyres on it are Pirelli GT2 Angels. That seems to be the tyre of my choice for all of my bikes actually. I've had quite a few different types, but these give you the best trade-off of distance versus grip. And as a Gran Turismo tyre, they're excellent. I could change anything about this Honda, it would be two things. One is that when you buy the bike, it doesn't come with a center stand, so I bought the Honda center stand as an extra. So that should come as a factory standard. But the biggest thing that I have about this bike is the display. It's an LCD display, and they've tried to cram as much information as they can in the display, and a lot of it's useless, like today's year, date, that sort of thing. This is a water-cooled machine. There's no temperature gauge for the radiator temperature. There's no external temperature gauge. So when you're riding in winter for working out wind chill factors and things, that's hopeless. And Honda does have the XADV with a beautiful TFT display, and they could have just used that display on this bike. Just stupid. So yeah, that's the only thing. If they had those two things on, it would probably be a perfect bike, which is very rare to get one straight out of the factory where you don't have to do anything to it. They would be the two things that I would do on this bike, and it would be, I would say, a perfect bike without changing anything on it. But they didn't do it, so yeah, it's not perfect. Okay, now we're back on the road where the detour comes out, so this is the road I would have originally been on. Okay, so let's continue along here. So this is what you'd call a regular road here in Japan. I'm just going to put my visor down here. It's a bit bright in the sun. So I can just cruise around these corners. The roads are reasonably smooth. It's quite good. This road mostly runs near rivers, and it does in some parts have tall trees, but it's not a forest road at all. But you do get some shade sometimes. This is great for larger bikes, this type of road here. It has reasonably nice sweeping bends. And up here, for example, it's a little bit tight, but it's the exception. It's like the Isle of Man TT through the houses along the roads. take us running parallel with the dam. There's the dam wall in front. Take a video of it after. So we're just going to cross over the top of the dam wall now. Go. So this road takes us around to the other side of the dam and then back over the mountains, which is where we're going to go. Maybe in the distance you can see those mountains. We're going to go over the top of those. place here on the left is for the rowers. They do the professional rowing and the Olympic training. But there's no one on the dam today doing any rowing. They usually have competitions here too. On the right and left hand side along this road, they're all cherry blossom trees. So in springtime we would be riding through all these beautiful white cherry blossoms along this road here. So maybe next season I'd like to come back here and try that. Here's a perfect spot to pull over. This is fantastic. Okay, I'm going to have a rest here. This is excellent. Okay, we'll be back shortly, viewers. A quick walk around of the bike. So, as I said before, I've got the rear rack on. I don't have the case on today. Yeah, and I've got the Pirelli GT 2 tyres on. It's standard muffler system, everything's standard on the bike. I did put the centre stand in on the bike. The interesting part about this is that the gasoline tank, the petrol tank, is in the rear of the bike under the seat here, and then this front here is a storage compartment. So here today I've got my iPad and a few other things in here. It's 23 litres, which is excellent. And the front cylinders, there's a twin cylinder here, they're from a Honda Fit car, and they're about 40 degrees, something like that. So there's a lot of space in this middle area here, and that gives plenty of room for that storage compartment, which is excellent. The weight of the bike is 220 kilograms, but it feels like about 170 kilograms because all the weight's low. And I'll show you what I mean about the river. Where the bike is, just down here, some steps that goes down. Here's the river. We'll just walk down here quickly. You can have a look and see what it's like if I don't drop the phone. Here we go. Sorry, I don't have a gimbal. Here we go. So this is beautiful clear water. I can actually drink this water straight from the mountains. So people come here often and do swimming here. This is a beautiful area. All the river rocks. And just head back up. So you can see why it's very cool in summertime when you're touring, because you're running parallel with these sort of rivers. So you do get a very nice cooling effect from the water and trees. So here we are back at the bike again. This has got the larger screen that I was talking about, and it's of course all LED lighting.